I never really got the runner's high. For me, that was never more of a thing. But I did get the sun shines out high, and that is what's been going on lately. Last few days have been incredible and been pushing the running. Last week was the second ever biggest week of kilometers. It's actually not that high, it's like 50 something. The first highest being when I did the ultra marathon, which was like the 75-kilometer run. That was the most kilometers I've done in a week and did it in a day. Not to brag, pretty cool. Just joking. It was horrible. But pushing the running, pushing the lifting. So I don't get a runner's high. But what I do get, when I'm lucky, is a lifter's high. And this comes from the combination of an extremely tough set in which there is nothing else I can think about apart from the mind is off, mate. The mind is gone. It's just effort and mechanical, physical output, which is just glorious. Like that feeling after a set, and I think most of my clients will relate when you do a tough set and you're like shaking and your blood vessels are about to burst, and it is just an absolutely wonderful sensation. So I don't get that for running, even though I am attaching more and more of my identity towards it, and I can see some good progress. I do need to lose more weight. I'm trying to do a 1 hour 20 half marathon this year, which, just for the record, is disgusting. Like the pace I have to do, if I can do it. I just chose that. I chose that goal out of my butt. I didn't really think about it. I was just like, yeah, that sounds cool. And now, I wouldn't say I regret it, but it's hard. I'm just under 10 kilos down, so I'm like 9 point something down this year, and pushing the training along, losing that weight, which is a challenge mentally. But it's fine. Ticking over. Why I think I get, and my clients get this, like, lifters high, it is what I've spoken about before. It's like watering your garden. If you can attach your identity to getting better at lifting, you get this satisfying, quantifiable progress, almost session by session. And it's a different sort of struggle than running. Because for me, yesterday I did a 10k pretty fast, 38:56, something like that, 38 minutes, 56 seconds. And I felt, yeah, it was hard, like second fastest time. And the pain is so indifferent. It's an enduring pain. You're not working hard for less than a minute and then you're out and you can bathe in the glory of a PB. It's, I need to keep pushing even though this sucks, and the only way to get better is keep pushing, and for a long period of time. There's no rest, there's no breaks. It's just go, go, go. I think some people love that. It's the pursuit of the PB with running. That is a different kettle of fish, because I still haven't found a KPI for running that equates to this improving the weight that you lift for each exercise each week. I still haven't found that tit for tat for running. If I will ever find it, that's the question. Sorry, this is in a slow-mo, my Skull Crusher set. I'm not moving that slowly. I just had the camera on slow motion. So that's why this set is taking a while. It was a long set as well. So if you listen to this hypertrophy discussion with Joe, we both like this lower rep range, generally speaking. but the science is kind of unclear, and it's theorized it's too much fatigue if you go above a certain number of reps, etc., etc. But the trade-off is, hypothetically, your tendons take a bigger hit when you're in that lower rep range. So what I've done, I felt my left elbow a little bit when I was warming up these skull crushers. So I just dropped the weight and went to higher reps, and I'm confident I can still get a good stimulus. My triceps today feel tender. This was yesterday. Felt like they've done some good work. And that's the purpose of diving into these discussions and improving your understanding of the body and really understanding what drives what adaptation. So sometimes you need to work around pain, injuries, life, and having more tools in the toolbox can help you dip and dive around problems as you improve your training. And that's something I find super satisfying. It's never, oh, I can't train. It's just figuring out a way to train and drive progression, even when you've got limiting factors such as a bit of tendon pain or whatever I'm feeling in my elbow. It's hard to say. But feels fine, like some good quality work still got done. And it's a little bit of a psychological experiment with me, because I think lifting is something I was historically pretty bad at. Now I would say I'm mediocre. I'm on the up, I'm on the rise. The gains have been substantial the last couple years, which I'm absolutely frothing about. Now the mission is, can I attach the same meaning to running as lifting? Because I do want to hit some. I think I'm better at running naturally. Like the times I've got are good, considering how much work I've put into the damn thing. It's now how far can I push that? How much meaning can I attach to it? Because the more meaning, the more I'll put into it, and the more I will get out of it. So I am enjoying that process and watching others, building your circle around you who are better than you at that thing, finding people to influence you who are on that top level. The one guy that just sticks out in my mind is this Ran to Japan guy, Jake something. Now the guy runs 250 kilometers a week. That is absolutely disgusting. Like, it makes me feel so pathetic. Like I just said, second biggest week ever, 50 Ks. Like, that is nothing. That's literally nothing. I'm nowhere near where I need to be with regards to number of Ks. I'm going to build up slowly because I don't want to get injured, and I'm definitely feeling the work on my body from the last 3 months of all this running and all this lifting simultaneously while losing weight. Everything has a cost, and definitely my head took the biggest hit in January and February as I go around trying to figure out this life thing. Who knew eating more food helps you feel good? I just feel like psychologically for me losing weight, I think for everyone, it's just absolutely brutal. I don't know anyone who's like, actually I do know one of my clients is like, he's like, yep, much prefer losing weight than gaining it. And I'm like, yep, you suck as a human. But yeah, we're pushing out here. I always go back to this chat with Pat Davidson when he spoke about this French philosopher. What was his name again? I'm not going to search it up now, but it was all about just watering your garden and attaching value to different value or meaning to things in your life, because without that, what do you really have? I think that's the benefit of lifting, because a lot of people have this big career where their identity is wrapped up in and they do very well, and that's awesome. But sometimes that will not go perfectly or brilliantly, and to have somewhere else to feed your abundance of energy into can just help manage your quality of life over time. And one of the guys I work with just spoke about learning and being a newbie and learning exponential amounts when you start doing something new, and how exciting that is for someone. And I couldn't agree more. Like, that is just such a fun aspect of life, like being a newbie and just diving in this massive curve of learning that you have at the start, which just, it keeps you alive and it keeps you ticking over. I was so tired for this session. That 10k took it out of me big time. I do have to admit, the vibes in the new gym are building massively. Like, couple bros and broettes, just the atmosphere is growing. There's still more to improve with the culture. It's so funny, I get abused for how heavy I try and go. Jasper was making me laugh during this set because I just gave a lot to finish that rep. He distracted me. I would have got 6 more reps, obviously, if he hadn't. But it's just the good times that you want. Being around people who are open and cool and excited to work hard and improve themselves and water their garden, take action. I think in quantum physics, a big discussion at the minute is action. But I just watched a video by what's his name, Veritasium. He's a physics guy on YouTube. Some good videos. I just don't understand any of it, but it's cool to watch and try and get my head around some things. But a big thing in physics that they're trying to figure out more about is action. But I think effectively, like, it's this discussion of things can take, light travels in every single direction, but we perceive the most efficient path, and those are all the actions that it can take, something along these lines. I'm obviously butchering it, but I just like that physics is like trying to figure out action and like what path is best. That's exciting to me, because I do think when you're feeling bad, just taking action and moving and getting things done, ticking boxes, is so huge for figuring out this life thing a bit more. Very guilty of just reflecting and not diving into moving forward and taking it. Look at Jasper, he's a ridiculous human being. I literally look like a toddler next to him. It's amazing. But yeah, a lot of little thoughts. My mission with my clients is definitely to try and figure out how to improve the quality of life, both objectively and subjectively. So objectively, we attach the data from the lifting and getting stronger, getting fitter, improving their efficiency, plyometric ability, tendon quality, out of pain, that kind of thing. Pain is a subjective one. And then subjectively, I think it's more, finding something else to attach meaning to. Because everyone's a high achiever. No one is like not absolutely killing this life game. But I think everyone I work with is so capable. Their challenge is finding things that they enjoy and find meaningful and can improve at consistently. I think the higher up you get with anything, almost the smaller the returns. Whereas new things you can yield a lot from. Anyway, thanks for listening to me rant this morning. Hope you got something from this video. I'm just going to keep chipping away, building, posting. All the footage gets filmed and posted. Have a good one.